So hello everyone, good evening, welcome to EduTap. I am Surbhi and this is Perspective 360 Degree, your one-stop solution for current affairs, descriptive writing and answer writing evaluation. If you're watching this for the first time, then let me tell you that we prepare you for your regulatory body's examination. We cover current affairs topics which can be asked in phase 2, specifically descriptive portion of your exam. And by teaching you the topics, what we do is we take a question answer approach, and after the finishing of this video, after this video is done, you can write your own answers and post in the comment section below this video. And in the next 48 hours, we provide you with free evaluation. Not just this, you will have 2 days, that is 48 hours, to post your answers. So think about them, do your research, learn from this video and the PDF that will be shared on Telegram by tomorrow, and just grow, enhance your answer writing skills. So before proceeding any further, before I begin today's topic, just let me know in the chat section if the audio is clear and the video is clear to you. All right. So nowadays, since on 19th of November, what we have is NABARD Phase 2 examination, NABARD Grade A. So nowadays, for Perspective 360 Degree, we are covering topics which are specifically important for NABARD Grade A examination. But if you're preparing for RBI, SEBI or any related exams, these topics are going to be equally important for your preparation as well. And after this phase 2 is conducted, then we'll shift to more finance-based topics which are more relevant from SEBI and RBI point of view. Now, the topic for today is Swachh Bharat Mission. Yes, Swachh Bharat Mission is leading to towards a clean India. We know that, but is it leading us towards a clean future? Is it promising a cleaner future for all of us? So that's the question here, and that's what we'll be focusing on. So in news, Swachh Bharat Mission has been in news because in MP elections, Swachh Bharat Mission in tribal areas goes down drain. This was covered in NewsClick. Then it has been seen that the past 9 years of Modi government, they have been allocated, they have treated Swachh Bharat Mission as their priority. You must have seen that the Prime Minister gets out on roads from time to time and indulges himself in as part of cleaning drive of the country, and he motivates people to keep the country clean through various methods which are inculcated in Swachh Bharat Mission, and that we'll be studying today. Economic and Political Weekly, if you look at issue of 4th November, there is a full-fledged comprehensive article covering open defecation in India and assessment of Swachh Bharat Mission from 2015-16 to 2019 and 2021. So basically it covers mostly the phase 1 achievements of Swachh Bharat Mission, and we have inculcated points from all these important articles into today's discussion, so you don't have to read any of these articles, so to say. Now, if you look at the relevance of this topic in your NABARD Grade A syllabus of rural development, Swachh Bharat has been mentioned as a separate topic. So, very highly relevant for your exam phase 2. If you cover gender issues and social infrastructure, education, health and environment, again, this topic finds relevance, great relevance. For RBI Grade B, if I look at social structure in India, especially gender issues, Swachh Bharat Mission plays a great role. And hence, similarly for SEBI Grade A, for English writing skills, since this is a flagship scheme, flagship mission, this can be asked to you in your examination. आपसे ये exam में पूछा जा सकता है. All right, so let's look at what is the expected question for today. Swachh Bharat Mission से related कौन सा expected question है हमारे पास? So briefly discuss the objectives and benefits of Swachh Bharat Mission for 15 marks, 600 words. So if you look at this question, this is divided into 2 parts. The first part talks to you about the objectives. Second part talks to you about benefits. So here I can clearly see that I have 2 micro questions in this one single line of question, and one by one we have to address both of them. This answer blueprint will help you a lot in answering your questions. Focus on the question first, read it, understand it, highlight the keywords, identify micro questions. Then in the introduction, start with focus on the topic. What is the topic here? It is Swachh Bharat Mission. It is Clean India, or how Clean India would help us become a better country. So write all that in your introduction. If you know something about the history of Swachh Bharat Mission, that will again be included in your introduction. Then in subheading 1 and subheading 2, we'll be talking about the objectives and benefits separately, and under each of these subheadings, I would request you to write in subpoints itself. Then after this main body, we'll move to the conclusion and we'll end on a positive note, because that's what our conclusion should do. End on a positive note and have a futuristic way forward. So now let's break down the question according to our answer blueprint. In the introduction, we'll talk about general explanation of Swachh Bharat Mission. In body part 1, we'll talk about objectives of Swachh Bharat Mission. In body part 2, there will be benefits discussed. And in the conclusion, as I told you, a positive note we would end on. So now, first of all, let's look at the introduction of Swachh Bharat Mission. So first of all, when was this introduced? So yes, it was introduced around 2014. इससे पहले एक निर्मल भारत mission was going on since till 2012, and निर्मल भारत मिशन वॉज कन्वर्टेड इंटू स्वच्छ भारत मिशन, और बहुत सारे फीचर्स निर्मल भारत मिशन में ऐड करके स्वच्छ भारत मिशन लॉन्च किया गया था. एंड द एम वॉज दैट बाय 2019 ओपन डेफिकेशन फ्री कंट्री, sanitation facilities बढ़ाएं. There should be no open defecation in the country, because in 2019 on 2nd October, Mahatma Gandhi's birth anniversary was completing 150 years. The 150th birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi happened in 2019 on 2nd October of that day. So this was the aim of the government, that from 2014 to 2019 we will make India open defecation free. हम हर गांव में, हर घर में either we'll provide private toilet facility, or we'll provide community toilets where private toilets cannot be arranged, so that open defecation does not take place. We have cleaner cities. Also solid waste management, ki waste kaise manage kiya jayega. If you know these, dry waste, wet waste, all this categorization has been done. Dustbins have been distributed. Color coding ki gayi hai, blue और green color के dustbins distribute किए गए हैं बहुत सारे घरों में all over the country. तो ये जो है, this is all a part of your Swachh Bharat mission, solid waste management and open defecation free. उसके higher levels हैं. Higher levels talk about sustainability of open defecation free, that is your open defecation free plus status. तो इसके बारे में हम बात करेंगे. In the introduction, talk about the historical aspect, talk about that this mission is a flagship scheme. This mission is based on values and ideals of Mahatma Gandhi, of the values of cleanliness. And 150th anniversary पे हमने phase 1 के targets achieve करने थे. Many targets could not be achieved. That's why phase 2 of Swachh Bharat mission was launched, जिसका target date completion का है 2024 to 2025. This is the target date of completion. So starting with the introduction, aligning with the ideals of Mahatma Gandhi, please mention about this in your answer. The Swachh Bharat mission was initiated in 2014 to achieve universal sanitation coverage by 2nd October 2019, the 150th anniversary of the birth of Mahatma Gandhi. तो इतना है historical aspect से आपने शुरू किया है. Now talk about the aim or objective of Swachh Bharat mission, but also you can highlight that it is the restructured version of Nirmal Bharat Abhiyan, जो कि 2009 से आपका चल रहा था. And this is a flagship program and largest cleanliness drive बोला जा रहा है इसको of the entire world. That on this scale, a cleanliness drive has not been launched and been implemented. So it is and attempts are made to affect behavioral change in the world. It is the biggest such mission ever. So basically अब इसका objective क्या है? To make all our towns and cities clean. Obviously जैसे ही नाम indicate करता है, नाम indicate करने के बाद that the objective is to make everything clean, towns and cities clean. आप थोड़ा detail में objectives बता सकते हैं, but do not give out a lot of information in the introduction, since it has to be kept for 60 words only, even lesser than that for a 600 words answer. ठीक है, because objectives वाला part आपको body paragraph में भी उसके बारे में बात करनी पड़ेगी. Then this includes stopping open defecation, as I told you, improving solid waste management, and most importantly making people aware of hygiene and cleanliness. That only if people are aware about hygiene, about the importance of hygiene and cleanliness, only then they will be using the toilet, the private toilet facilities, and they will be keeping their surroundings clean. If they do not understand that how many diseases can be caused by remaining unhygienic or staying in unhygienic surroundings, then obviously India cannot become a developed country or a better country ever, क्योंकि हमारा disease burden ही इतना ज़्यादा हो जाएगा. So स्वच्छ भारत मिशन का एक जो hidden aim है, that is also to reduce the disease burden in the country, because we are a tropical country. बहुत ऐसे microbes हैं जो कि temperature की वजह से और unhygienic factors की वजह से they keep on sustaining here in our country. So the more cleanliness we have, the healthier country we will be. So phase 1 of Swachh Bharat mission, obviously it lasted till October 2019. Some targets were not achieved. and some targets were achieved, but their sustainability had to be ensured. तो एक second phase launch किया गया, and it has to be implemented between 2021 2020 से लेकर 2024-25 वाले साल तक this has to be implemented. So that's all about your introduction. If you look at it closely, अपने history बताया है, these two lines talk about history. Then you have talked about that flagship program here, you've talked about its objectives, and you've also lightly talked about how many phases it has been implemented in. I see a lot of students get confused in phases of implementation of a scheme. कोई भी scheme है बहुत सारे phases में implement हो रही है, क्यों हो रही है? Because either the previous targets were not achieved by the deadline, या अगर वो achieve किए भी गए हैं तो उनकी sustainability ensure करने के लिए government gives more money into the scheme and उसको थोड़े साल और चलाया जाता है because it's benefiting the country. तो I think these 2 years या these 2 timelines can be remembered and please mention them in your exam. ठीक है, जितना clarity से अपना content आप present करेंगे उतने ज़्यादा अच्छे marks मिलेंगे. Now let's move to the let's delve deeper section. Let's delve deeper section में we discuss the body part in detail. तो यहाँ पे body part 1 is talking about objectives of Swachh Bharat Mission. So what are the objectives? If you look at the introduction, we have given the objectives briefly. अब हम थोड़ा सा detail में बताएंगे what are the objectives, actual objectives behind it. So the objectives will be talked about in 2 phases. First phase जो आया था that was actual Swachh Bharat Mission, and then in the second phase objectives were a bit more of higher level. So if I talk about first phase, eradication of manual scavenging, that was also part of it. Manual scavenging should not be carried out in the country. Awareness generate करना affecting behavioral change regarding sanitation practices. तो ये आपने बहुत ही umbrella term यहाँ पर दे दी है. Then building capacity at local level. What do we understand by building capacity? Building capacity of availability of toilets basically, public and private facilities both. In the second phase, obviously यहाँ पे आपने capacity build कर दी. Most of the capacity has been built here. You've worked a lot towards eradication of manual scavenging. तो यहाँ पे क्या है? In the second phase, the objective was or is to sustain the ODF free status and improve the management of solid and liquid waste. Yes, waste is being generated. Waste तो generate हो रहा है, चाहे open defecation है या people are using toilets. So how to manage that waste or how to manage household waste through the help of color coding and segregation of waste. तो ये आपका second phase में आया है और बहुत ही mission mode पर आया है. That's why it is known as Swachh Bharat Abhiyan और mission. And while also working to improve the lives of sanitation workers, तो इनको बहुत ही एक formal employment setup में लाया गया है. Sanitation workers, people who collect garbage from households. तो इनको formal setup में लाया गया है. इन्हें government jobs provide की गई हैं on like contractual basis and so, and their status has been improved in the society. Now under the scheme, इसके objectives को हम थोड़ा सा और detail में बोलेंगे that what is the government doing under the scheme. Objectives are clear, but we can explain a scheme with the help of what the government is doing more by it, क्योंकि objectives will be just for 2 lines, 2 to 3 lines के होंगे. So you have to explain what the government is actually contributing towards. So under the scheme, government provides subsidies for construction of toilets. कि अगर किसी ने rural area में if they have to construct a toilet, I think it is around 9,000 to 12,000 that they get, the money that they get. And in an urban area, if they have to construct a toilet, they get 4,000 rupees. Then waste management structures in villages, in urban areas, and awareness campaigns to bring behavioral change. And many of these awareness campaigns have been led by Prime Minister himself. तो ये जो line है ये आपने पक्का mention करनी है. Then the campaign, who finances it? Where is the money coming from? This is very important for any scheme. कि central government से कितने पैसे आ रहे हैं, state government. So it is jointly financed by Government of India and state governments. And the mission is split into 2 parts. Phase 1, phase 2 is done, but mission भी 2 parts में काम कर रहा है, separately for rural areas and separately for urban areas. So in rural areas, it is known as Swachh Bharat Mission Gramin. In urban areas, it is known as Swachh Bharat Mission Urban. So in rural areas, it is implemented by Ministry of Jal Shakti, जो water resources की आपकी ministry है. And in urban areas, Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, जो कि आपकी migration को deal करती है, urbanization को deal करती है. So developments with regards to Swachh Bharat Mission in urban areas, they're led by this ministry itself. So this much information is very important to provide till body part 1. ये एग्जामिनर को क्लैरिटी देगा दैट यू नो कंप्लीटली अबाउट द स्कीम, आपको सारी डिटेल्स पता है. इफ यू लुक टिल हियर, वी हैव नॉट इंक्लूडेड एनी रीसेंट डेटा. हमने सिर्फ 2 डेट्स बताई हैं. नो रीसेंट डेटा हैज बीन इंक्लूडेड. सो दिस इज the static part of your answer. अब इसके बाद जब हम चलेंगे, then when we study the body part 2 and we discuss the benefits. Now benefits can be twofold. या तो आप subheadings बना सकते हैं, what are the social benefits, what are the economic benefits, environmental benefits. So you can generate like 4-5 headings and then explain them. The other part is that you can give data, and with the help of data you can explain the benefits. वो आपके 7 to 8 points बन सकते हैं. So here I'm giving you content for both the types of approaches. For like body part 2 benefits, first of all let's discuss some data based on rural areas कि rural areas में phase 1 में क्या क्या objectives achieve हो गए हैं, what have been the benefits, and what is phase 2 doing. Then in phase 1 construction of over 10 crore individual household toilets has happened in rural areas. और जो आपका sanitation coverage है which was just 39% in 2014 वो अब हो गया 100% in 2019. और open defecation free, all villages have declared themselves open defecation free. That is around 6 lakh villages have declared themselves open defecation free. ठीक है, तो इसी से सीखकर sustainability of ODF status का government has launched this for 2024-25 तक. तो ODF plus aspiring, ODF plus rising, ODF plus model. You can read this out later for yourself कि ODF plus ranking अभी achieve करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. So that is your data with regards to Swachh Bharat Mission Gramin or rural, that is of 2.2, that is marching towards ODF plus कि आपके पास सिर्फ availability of toilets ही नहीं, availability of solid and liquid waste management structures which are sustainable in the long run, that should also be there. तो वो हमारा that is data with regards to ये आपके benefits में आएगा with regards to rural areas. Now if I talk about some data with regards to urban areas कि क्या क्या benefits हुए. So open defecation free, urban India has become open defecation free. Rural India has not become ODF free. 6 lakh villages have declared themselves. Urban areas have become ODF free in 2019 itself. तो आपकी urban local bodies ने बोल दिया that we are ODF free. Then 14 cities are certified water plus, which means treatment of wastewater and its optimum reuse is happening. And then there are garbage free cities. Waste processing in India has gone up about over 4 times. And garbage free cities ये क्या होती है, एक स्टार रेटिंग प्रोटोकॉल है which rates cities on the basis of garbage free structures. So it was launched in January 2018. उस टाइम पे हमारे पास कितनी garbage free cities थी? Only 56. And now till date there are 445 cities. By the time you discuss this, enhance this information, ये और भी ज़्यादा बढ़ जाएंगे. And our target is to reach 1000 3-star garbage free cities by 2024. So ये हमारे जो हैं we are getting the benefits here, we are improving in terms of sanitation, waste management in terms of rural areas and urban areas both. तो ये आप data use कर सकते हैं. Now talking about specific benefits या subheading या title based benefits, there is a very important report of UNICEF. UNICEF की report है which talks about financial and economic impacts of Swachh Bharat Mission in India. And इन्होंने दे हैव डिस्कस्ड अबाउट 5-6 बेनिफिट्स जो कि इंडिया को हुए हैं स्वच्छ भारत मिशन स्वच्छ भारत मिशन में स्वच्छ भारत मिशन को इम्प्लीमेंट करने से. वी हैव डिस्कस्ड 4 बेनिफिट्स हियर. द फर्स्ट वन इज रिडक्शन इन मेडिकल एक्सपेंडिचर. रिडक्शन इन मेडिकल एक्सपेंडिचर क्यों आएगा? बिकॉज many researchers have found there is a positive relationship between open defecation and prevalence of undernutrition, height, diarrhea, soil transmitted diseases among children in India. If you remember, हमने global hunger index की बात की थी which has rated India very very badly. India का जो rank global hunger index में था वो बहुत ज़्यादा bad था. And जो न्यूट्रिशन वाले फैक्टर्स हैं और स्टंटिंग, मैल न्यूट्रिशन, ये वाले फैक्टर्स पे इंडिया इज परफॉर्म. एंड चाइल्ड मोर्टालिटी, ऐसे फैक्टर्स पे इंडिया इज परफॉर्मिंग वेरी बैडली इन ग्लोबल हंगर इंडेक्स. एंड दैट डे आई टोल्ड यू दैट Indian government says that hunger does not just depend on availability of food or nutrition, it also depends on sanitation facilities, with which India, yes, we are struggling with sanitation facilities. So this is your justification for that कि Swachh Bharat Mission की वजह से such problems, the medical expenses, medical expenditure, that has come down because lack of sanitation has proven that there are prevalence of diseases caused by lack of sanitation. Undernutrition hota hai, like your gut is not able to absorb what you are eating if sanitation facilities are not good. Height remains lesser as compared to what a child growing up in a well hygienic area would have. Diarrhea, soil transmitted diseases among children in India, these happen. So this disease burden has been reduced. As a result, medical expenditure has been reduced. Secondly, medical expenditure kam hua hai, so reduced number of deaths has also happened, because in India there are a lot of diseases जो कि आपको mosquitoes से होते हैं, जो कि आपको protozoa से होते हैं, and these are breeding in our country because of lack of sanitation और hygiene facilities. तो जब death होती है, first of all there is a loss of a family member, secondly there is economic loss also. तो वो deaths को avoid करके अपने economic benefit भी provide किया है. And It also helps deal with other social issues. So many places in India suffered with high mortality rates due to poor sanitation and hygiene. ये हमें WHO Global Burden of Disease Studies ने बोला है. An expected reduction in deaths is there due to less diarrheal and other diseases episode, जो कि diarrheal diseases mostly आपके protozoa की वजह से cause होते हैं, and at times medicines का भी इस पर कोई impact नहीं होता, और उन डिजीजेस का डेथ बर्डन इंडिया में बहुत ज़्यादा है बिकॉज ऑफ वी आर अ ट्रॉपिकल कंट्री. देन इकोनॉमिक वैल्यू एसोसिएटेड विद अवर्टिंग डेथ, दैट हैज़ बीन सेव्ड. देन देर आर सम इंटैंजिबल बेनिफिट्स जिसकी बात हुई है. व्हाट आर द इंटैंजिबल बेनिफिट्स? इंटैंजिबल बेनिफिट्स यानी कि जिनके बारे में यू कैन नॉट असेस बट यू नो दैट देयर इज अ चेंज हैपनिंग. सो दिस डेटा इज गिवन टू अस अगेन बाय द यूनिसेफ रिपोर्ट. आपको ये डेटा याद नहीं करना है, बट लुक एट द इम्प्रूवमेंट्स हियर. लाइक स्ट्रांगली अग्री, आपको ब्लू प्रिंट में मोस्टली यू विल फाइंड द स्ट्रांगली अग्री विच पीपल आर सेइंग. सो इंटैंजिबल बेनिफिट्स ऑफ ओनिंग अ टॉयलेट एज परसीव्ड बाय हाउस होल्ड्स. सो देर इज कन्वीनियंस ऑफ अ नियर बाय टॉयलेट फैसिलिटी, convenience during night or during rains, convenience for menstruation, menstruating women के लिए बहुत ज़्यादा convenience है. That's why I told you for gender issues this topic is very important. Gender issues से कोई भी topic आता है, please mention स्वच्छ भारत मिशन there. Convenience to elder household members जो कि शायद जो कि चल भी नहीं सकते हैं, who are too old to carry out open defecation. Then privacy again. Then improve status or prestige when people have defecation facilities inside the household itself. Then reduces diseases, this we've already talked about. And safety for girls and women, very much important. And then cleanliness and hygienic. If I talk about social benefits, which is our fourth point, social benefits इससे क्या हुए हैं? It has been seen that defecation facilities or open defecation, it is not a result of let's say just poverty. It is also a result of caste discrimination. It is also a result of gender discrimination. तो वो जो है, when you provide defecation facilities या toilet infrastructure with respect to defecation in the household itself, या आप पब्लिक इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर प्रोवाइड कर देते हैं, तो इन डिस्पैरिटीज़ को फाइट करने में हेल्प होती है. देयर इज लेस women feel more empowered because now they have the freedom to so looking at the problems, class, caste, sociability, urban and rural life, there is a difference. Local socio-economic diversity, topography, gender inequality and educational status, they have been and they still are the key determinants या key problems associated with open defecation practices in India. तो जब आपने स्वच्छ भारत मिशन implement किया है, especially after the first phase, so it has led to significant economic, environmental and health impacts, contributing to empowerment of women in particular. ठीक है, उनका empowerment हुआ है, they can go anywhere, they can go at any time of the day, they can roam around, they don't have to worry about defecating in the open, and उनको जो privacy की facilities provide की गई हैं inside their households itself, that has empowered them. Then there is universal access to safe sanitation, which is very important. चाहे आप इसको disease burden reduce करने के लिए मानिए, या आप privacy के sense से मानिए, आप social safety के sense से consider कीजिए. So it has reduced basically sub-national inequality. जो आपकी country में ही inequalities persist कर रही थी of class, caste and sociability, urban and rural areas, वो inequality को address किया गया है with the help of स्वच्छ भारत मिशन. Then physical and psychological stress has been reduced, obviously. I want you to add a fifth point called environmental benefits. Environmental benefits क्या हुए हैं? This has to be talked about. Environmental benefits, because again, the microbes in soil, they will not be disease causing microbes when because open defecation की वजह से disease causing microbes बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ते हैं. River water does not get polluted, air does not get polluted. There is land area that is available in rural areas जहाँ पे open defecation होता था. Now that land area has been set free, कि जहाँ पर कोई जा ही नहीं सकता था, and this was adding to the disease, this was a disease causing factory in many villages. तो ये जो environmental benefits हमें हुए हैं, इनकी आपने बात करनी है. Plus areas become more accessible. If you go to urban areas also, public toilet facilities adjoining slums are there. आपने बहुत सारे mobile toilet facilities भी देखी होंगी अब. So when these mass public toilet facilities adjoining slums are there, disease burden तो कम होता ही होता है, आपका environmental benefits भी बहुत होते हैं, because waste generation तो है ही. If you don't control it, then anyways it is going to happen. Then कमिंग ऑन टू द कंक्लूजन में देर आर फ्यू थिंग्स यू कैन टॉक अबाउट. अगर आपने बहुत अच्छा अप्रिशिएट किया है किसी स्कीम को, बट स्टिल यू नो दैट द स्कीम इज अंडर कंप्लीशन, कंप्लीट नहीं हुआ है, कोई टारगेट अचीव नहीं हुआ, टॉक अबाउट द प्रॉब्लम्स इन वन लाइन, नॉट मोर देन दैट. देन गिव अ solution to those problems. Or you can talk about how good the scheme is, how good the mission is, and how it has been replicated in other parts of the world. If it has been, yes, Swachh Bharat mission has been replicated in many parts of the world. And you can also relate it with sustainable development goals. In any case, if you have a way forward of your own, agar aap thoda sa isko society ka angle, ethics ka angle, or you can introduce some quote here. Economic survey mein, budget made from time to time, many quotes are there. Many quotes of Mahatma Gandhi are also there with regards to cleanliness and everything. तो वो भी आप ऐसी स्कीम्स के साथ एड अप कर सकते हैं. सो स्वच्छ भारत मिशन, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल हियर वी आर गिविंग अ समरी that it stressed over behavior change, communication, awareness campaigns, construction of private, public and community toilets, capacity building programs, and the incorporation of sanitation workforce, which are known as foot soldiers or swachhagrahis, for mobilizing communities to adopt safe sanitation practices. अब जो आपका इस साल का बजट था 2023 to 24 बजट, अगर आप अगले साल भी फेज 2 दे रहे हैं, लेट्स से यू आर सिटिंग फॉर आरबीआई फेज 2, तो दिस डेटा डज नॉट बिकम ओल्ड फॉर यू. डेटा आपके लिए वही ओल्ड होगा जिसको रिप्लेस करने के लिए कुछ नया डेटा आ गया. बट इफ अ बजट, इफ सम ईयर्स बजट और कोई अगर कुछ नया उन्होंने लॉन्च किया है, किसी स्कीम को बूस्ट दिया है, देन यू कैन स्टिल टॉक अबाउट इट इवन व्हेन यू आर इन द फिस्कल ईयर 2024 to 25. तब भी आप इस फैक्ट के बारे में बात कर सकते हैं, बिकॉज ये फैक्ट है, दिस इज नॉट डेटा. देन इस साल का जो बजट था, इट हैज रीइंफोर्स्ड इंडियाज कमिटमेंट टू बिल्डिंग अ सर्कुलर इकोनॉमी, जहाँ पर सारा वेस्ट रिसाइकल होता है, लाइक द इकोनॉमी बिकम्स इंडिपेंडेंट. कुछ भी नेचर से वो लेती नहीं है, नेचर को डिस्ट्रॉय नहीं करती है. रिसाइकलिंग हैपेंस अ लॉट through an enhanced focus on scientific management of dry and wet waste. Now, here are very important points with regards to Swachh Bharat mission, which you should include in your answer in case a question appears. तो ये है, it has led to the achievement of Sustainable Development Goal 6.2, which talks about sanitation and hygiene. तो ये जो हमारा गोल है, this has been achieved. हमारा टारगेट था 2030, but in 2019 itself, we achieved this goal of SDG 6.2, at least according to Government of India. World है तो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कुछ और बोलता है, बट हमने गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया की ही बात को मानना है और वही डेटा हमने पुट अप करना है, चाहे अगर वो WHO के डेटा से थोड़ा सा अलग भी है तो. Then shining example of philosophy of अंत्योदय से सर्वोदय. Yes, you can use such figures in your answer. आप ऐसी चीज़ों की बात कर सकते हैं. अंत्योदय से सर्वोदय, what does it mean? अंत्योदय means the last ऐसा इंडिविजुअल जिसके पास लीस्ट फैसिलिटीज अवेलेबल हैं, दैट इज लीस्ट अमाउंट ऑफ इक्वालिटी है इन द सोसाइटी, सो दैट इज अंत्योदय. अंत्योदय से सर्वोदय, जब आप उस इंसान का भला करते हैं तो सबका भला होता है, दैट इज व्हाट दे से. सो इट हैज प्रायोरिटाइज्ड द मार्जिनलाइज्ड एंड वल्नरेबल सेक्शंस ऑफ आवर सिटीज एंड हैज स्ट्रिवन टू अपलिफ्ट एंड एम्पावर द अर्बन पुअर. सिर्फ अर्बन पुअर ही नहीं, आप पुअर की बात कर सकते हैं, ऑफ आर सिटीज एंड रूरल एरिया, सिटीज एंड विलेजेस की भी बात कर सकते हैं यहाँ पर. एंड दिस मिशन, स्वच्छ भारत मिशन, इसका जो सक्सेस है, लुकिंग एट इट सक्सेस, इट हैज बीन रेप्लिकेटेड इन एरियाज लाइक नाइजीरिया, इंडोनेशिया, फिलीपींस एक्सेट्रा. ठीक है, सो ये आप these are the points which you can use for your conclusion. Now I'm displaying the question again. Briefly discuss the objectives and benefits of Swachh Bharat mission. Answer for 15 marks, that is 600 words. Free evaluation services will be applicable for next 48 hours. तो अगले 48 घंटे के अंदर kindly send your answers to us, post your answers in the comment section. तो आपको फ्री इवैल्यूएशन, एक बहुत ही अच्छा कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव इवैल्यूएशन मिलेगा regarding which areas you need to improve on and which areas are you doing already better on. Now, a lot of students who are sitting for NABARD phase 2 examination, they have been approaching to us and asking about the word limit. If at this point of time you are not able to finish the exam, finish 4 questions on time, तो अपना जो 600 words का आंसर है उसको please bring it to 400 words and 400 words का आंसर bring it to somewhere around 250 words. ठीक है, सम अप कीजिए थोड़े से, बट मेक श्योर दैट यू आर अटेम्प्टिंग ऑल द 4 क्वेश्चंस. थोड़ा सा कम लिखिए बट सारा इन्फॉर्मेशन दीजिए एंड लुक एट द वे वी आर इंट्रोड्यूसिंग पॉइंट्स हियर. जिस तरीके से हम पॉइंट्स बोलते हैं, ऑलवेज से दैट डू नॉट राइट फुल सेंटेंसेस. तो ये क्या है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ आई टॉक अबाउट फर्स्ट फेज का जो जब हमने बात की है, इरेडिकेशन ऑफ मैनुअल स्कैवेंजिंग, तो ये यहाँ पे prepositions, nouns, only nouns are used, prepositions वगैरह नहीं यूज कर रहे, we are not using full sentences. This saves us time, this saves us word limit. बस एक ही चीज़ है, आपको clarity होना चाहिए regarding what you have to write. तो ऐसा अप्रोच आप फॉलो कीजिए. टॉक अबाउट things in points even after writing subheadings. Paragraphs approach mat lijiye. It will, it can become tiring for the examiner to read, और आपका paper भी time पे खत्म नहीं होगा. So that's all for today. You can send your feedback to us at hello@edutap.co.in. For any doubts, you can reach out to us at 8146207241. Kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel, press the bell icon, and just stay focused on your goals, and I will see you on Friday at 5 p.m. Till then, share your answers in the comment section. Take care, and may the force be with you.